Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to get these messages out. I know I've been kind of inconsistent with them. I've still been recovering from being sick and it's just taking forever. But anyway, I'm here and I'm gonna just give it a good go. So anyway, before we get started, if you are looking for a personal session, you can book on my scheduler in the description box below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you like my content. It helps me grow my channel. And let's go ahead and get started. So I've pre-shuffled your cards and I am just gonna pull from the top. We have an intimate meeting and we have waiting. Interesting. And you're waiting for an intimate meeting. So there could be some distance between you and a person. It could be you're waiting for this person to come in and you haven't met them yet, or it could be that you live apart from each other, or you're just anxiously awaiting going on a date with somebody. You also have principal generosity. You have 50-50. Interesting. Requires skill and balance. Okay, so I'm going to get one of these as well. We're going to put that there, recovery. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting here is I'm actually going to put these to the side. I feel like that's a side message. Some of the cards are kind of crooked. Okay, so this is a general reading, so I do feel like I'm getting a couple of different messages here for you. So in terms of like something that you have been wanting to happen in your life, you obviously have a 50-50 chance of this unfolding for you, which I feel like, honestly, that's so weird because I just felt guided to put it over here, 5, 5, 5, 5. So, I mean, that obviously symbolizes like a shift, a change in direction. And honestly, like I'm kind of getting the sense that like there's a need for you to take a risk in your life. That's what I'm getting. Like there's a need for you to take a risk in your life, but you have a 50-50 chance of it working out. Honestly, Taurus, that's with everything. Like that is everything. There are no guarantees in life. And I'm just getting the sense that like you're being guided to recognize your skills, your attributes, your abilities, okay? And really invest in those energies and decide to just put yourself out there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. In terms of an intimate relationship that you've been waiting for, that is coming in for you, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like I've been telling you, Taurus, like I've been feeling like Uranus and Taurus since 2018 has really been helping Taurus to get more adjusted to change, right? And just the overall feeling of just, being okay with letting things go. It's very much like that phrase, if it comes, let it. If it goes, let it, and just sort of getting comfortable with non-attachment, and for myself, I've definitely seen that evolve in my personal life. It may be different for some of you, but anyway, I am getting the sense here with this generosity and principle, this intimate meeting here with the person. I feel like this person has good principles. I feel like this person is a very generous and giving person. And I also kind of get the sense that like this is sort of the key to your recovery here in terms of what you've went through in the past. And I feel like you could be a little trepidatious in terms of moving forward, again, on your skills or even in an intimate partnership because of the things that have happened in the past. But with this recovery energy here, I'm really getting that like this situation brings you a sense of peace of mind. Now I'm just going to pull these from the top as well. Let's just do that just to save time. You have the King of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Two of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Strength card, Knight of Swords, the Devil, Two of Swords, and the Magician. Lovely, with the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so Taurus. So I'm getting like, if you're not already currently in a relationship, okay, I do feel like there is one that is coming in for you. Now, because of the fact that the Strength card is here, and this Page of Pentacles is here to tell you that there is a new opportunity. There are seeds being planted that are going to evolve. Because the King of Pentacles is next to it, that is an evolutionary process, okay? But I do get the sense that there is a need for strength. There is a need for a sense, you know, for endurance, okay? Kind of just going through the motions and allowing things to unfold without giving into your fears too much or giving into your trepidation, and or even feeling like you have to fiercely protect yourself because of things that have not worked out. I feel like this 50-50 is here to tell you that there's a 50-50 chance in things working out in any area of our life. You know, and if we sat around and worried about the 50% chance that it wouldn't work out, we would miss out on the times in our life where there's the 50% chance that it will, you know? And that's what I'm getting that the Strength card is here for, is to tell you that in terms of an intimate partnership, or an intimate meeting even with somebody, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be, you know, getting together and having a deep conversation with somebody, but it does look very intimate in terms of romance on that card, okay? But I feel like you're just needing to persevere, you know, and just put yourself out there anyway. Take a risk, you know? Still maintain your balance in your life, but you notice this figure on this card right here. I mean, this person is taking a risk, right? I mean, this person could very easily fall off that ball, but I feel like this person is leaning on skill, and that's an important message for you to know, is what you've learned in life, okay? What you have gained in life from the times that things didn't work out, and how you're applying that wisdom to your new experiences. You know, if we just give into fear over and over and over again, then we miss out on so much in life, you know? Fear is big. Fear is loud. I'm not here to undermine that by any means, because I get it. Like the fear in our mind can be so much louder than any other thought. But that's why the Strength card is here, to show you that you have the ability to overcome that, to push through that, hell, to even barrel through it. You know, you really do. I feel like this is the go show them what you're worth kind of energy, you know? So, okay, you have this Principal card here, and it's, I love, it's Jupiter and Sagittarius. Very lucky, very abundant energy right there. Very forward moving, and just expansive all around. I love that energy, right? And I'm getting here that you are going to have more peace of mind in your life, more healing, more recovery from your past experiences than you can even imagine. Now, of course, still hang on to your principles, right? And that's always going to be important. Like, you know, even when we are, you know, taking risk and we are not giving into fears, we still are allowed to have our standards for what we want for ourselves, you know? Definitely not saying, like, if there are red flags, just, you know, go ahead and go for it anyway and take a really big risk and you know, and end up in, well, you know, in a dumpster fire. Definitely not saying that. Still manage to hang on to your principles in terms of what you're looking for in a relationship. The risk factor, I feel, is in regards to giving so much into your fears that you're losing out on opportunities, you know? And that is what you're needing to take a risk on. Take a risk on the opportunities, but still maintain your standards, right? And that's okay. But I feel like here that, you know, with this Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords, to me, this combination of cards is a peace of mind. You know, it is bringing harmony to your thoughts. And I feel like even it could have to do with too, when you have a question or whenever you're hesitant, you know, fall back on your principles. What are your principles in terms of a relationship? Or what are your principles in terms of business and life or career, you know? And at least at the end of the day, you still have those to fall back on. But that doesn't mean don't take risk. It just means, you know, when you're confused and when you're hesitant, what are your principles? And really identify what those are. I always tell my clients, you know, in terms of romantic relationships, have your 4 list. Okay, what are your must-haves in a relationship? What are your non-negotiables in a relationship? What are your deal breakers in a relationship? And what is the bare minimum that you expect from a person? Okay, and then also, like, how many chances are you willing to give for your non-negotiables? And I am like sharing that information now to YouTube, but I mean, do what you will with it. But that's what I tell my clients, because of the fact that, you know, if something does not feel right or you're unsure about something, you can always refer back to your principles, like what you've written down, what your hopes and your dreams are for yourself, what your standards are for yourself, you know, and that's what you can rely on. And you can have peace of mind in that, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we never know if something's really going to work out or not, but we do still have our principles, right? Now, I'm also getting the sense here with this recovery and the devil card. I mean, let's be real. I feel like you have been through something in the past. You know, for me, the 2 of Wands, the person is always like looking towards the past, and then there's another opportunity for the future, right? So I feel like there's been a situation in your past where, I mean, the devil card can be quite toxic, right? There can be just codependency, just that enmeshment, that need to have with each other, that, you know, like, I cannot live without you, I don't know how I'm gonna live without you kind of energy. It can also embody, you know, somebody having power over you, or you giving power of yourself over to someone and you losing yourself in a relationship, and, you know, your fear of not ever wanting to lose yourself again. There could have been a lot of blockages in terms of, you know, avoidance or addictions even with a person, or there could have been lies, cheating, deceit, your person giving in to temptations, or you, right? And so I feel like this is saying you've recovered from that, okay? Or you're in recovery from that. I mean, you could literally be in recovery, like for codependency or for addiction, or your person, vice versa, right? But I feel like the pathway is being opened up for you in terms of a new way of life. And I feel like you can use the wisdom of your experience from the past, but you're on a new path in life, you know, and it's time to follow the light. It's time to, you know, see what unfolds for you, instead of needing to know every single step in front, you know, because sometimes we just can't control things. But what we can do is, you know, just see what happens in life, you know. And I saw this quote that I wish I could remember it. Courage is like knowing the risk and doing it anyway, and stupidity is the same. This is why life is hard. Oh yeah, that was so funny. And so so this is about having the courage to take a risk, right? But like, that's why you have your principles, because so that you're not making stupid decisions or like impulsive decisions that you may look back on and think, oh my gosh, that was so stupid. You know, like, maintain your principles, but also be willing to take some risk, you know, having the courage to do so, right? Anyway, so you have generosity, the Knight of Pentacles here with the 2 of Swords. I mean, I'm getting the sense with this 2 of Swords here, like, there could be a person in your life who's very generous, like, is very giving, could be very caretaking, that kind of thing. But I feel like the 2 of Swords, you're kind of like, I'm not sure, like, what is this about? Like, you know, and you're just kind of in two minds about it, right? You may be wanting to slow some things down, or you're just feeling like you need to have all the information first. Additionally, this can be a generous offer that you're receiving from somebody and you don't see it coming. Now, this could be in finance even, or career. But like what I'm getting here for you is that, you know, there have been delays in your life in terms of either love or career. And I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune and the Magician card, your luck is about to change, right? And I looked over at this Jupiter in Sagittarius, which to me is very lucky energy. And I feel like your luck is actually about to change. Now, I want to tell you one more thing. So underneath that Page of Pentacles was the Queen of Pentacles. And so I feel with the Eight of Wands, so I mean, this is a couple right there, the Queen and King of Pentacles, gender non-specific. And so, I mean, I definitely feel like there is forward movement here in terms of a romantic relationship. I just honestly feel a little bit like Taurus, you know, you've done some healing, okay, from past hurts before, and now you're just a little trepidatious about how to move forward. And, you know, that's okay. I feel like that's perfectly normal. However, you know, there's always that sweet spot, you know, there's a little sweet spot, you know, in there that's necessary to find, you know, between protecting ourselves and, you know, being too risky and making dumb decisions, right? There is a sweet spot in there that, you know, consist of standards and boundaries and a little bit of fearlessness and courage, you know, not too much, you know, it's like that perfect balance, right? Like this card right here, it's that perfect balance. It's that, it's the skill, right? Like this is talking about, it's the wisdom, the knowing, the understanding, the self-awareness, you know, and that's how you're going to find that perfect sweet spot. I do get this sense here because there's this cup right here on this waiting card. I mean, this individual that's coming into your life or is in your life or has recently come into your life could actually be, you know, this cup of love for you, and it changes the game for you. And, you know, but it looks like there's a whole emotional process that is happening inside of you because it's scary to walk into the unknown. I mean, it just is. But I also get the sense that with this Wheel of Fortune and the Magician card here, there's a little bit of divine timing at play. And also, you know, perhaps you manifested this individual and, you know, perhaps it is exactly what you've wanted. And I feel like that's why it's going to be so important for you to not put too much or not project too much of what happened with somebody before on another path in your life. Two of Wands on another path in your life. To not project too much onto this situation, because ultimately that is a form of self-protection, and sometimes we can be so self-protective that we self-sabotage, you know. A lot of times, you know, people will think that they're protecting their energy, but really they're sabotaging things that could in fact be good, in lieu of, you know, protecting themselves from the possibility that it might be disastrous. And I feel like, you know, that's what I'm talking about, is like finding that sweet spot, you know. Okay, so let's get your closing oracle message, Taurus. Follow your bliss. Look at that. See, and I feel like that's so important. It's like, if it makes you happy, then it can't be that bad, right? Sorry, I dropped the card. Then you have impasse. See? That's what I'm talking about. Right on top of that two of Wands is that you have this impasse, you know, and I feel like the impasse is largely in part due to this double energy right here. Whatever you've recovered from, it puts you at an impasse, you know. And I feel like that, you know, this double can represent the fear that you have, like what binds you, what holds you back in life, you know, what restricts you from following your bliss. Well, we got several cards. The answers are within, though, and you may need to take a time out. Recovery, Four of Swords. Take a time out and really check in with yourself. Self. How do I really feel about this? And listen to what comes up for you, whether you hear it in your head or you just have a deep sense of knowing. Look at this. You're being protected. And I feel like that's going to be something that's really important for you, is to know that you are being protected regardless of what choice you make in life. Because ultimately, I feel like something that you really need to know, Taurus, is that regardless of what happens, 50-50, regardless of what happens, you've still got you, and it's like you need to recognize, your spirit wants you to recognize how strong you are and the person that you have become, even against all odds, even against like the things that you've been through, the challenges that you face, the tumultuous relationships that you've gone through here. Like, you still have you, and I feel like the universe wants you to know what a boss you are, because blessings are showering your life. Absolutely. I definitely feel like things that you have manifested are coming into fruition. And we're always manifesting things into our life. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big, sometimes it's just a friend. But I definitely am seeing a lot of like love energy in this reading. Now, I mean, honestly, yeah, and that's really it. Like, I mean, like I said, there could be a generous offer that you're getting from somebody in terms of like finances, or additionally, you're just sort of getting blessed generously. There is that energy too, but I'm really getting that this reading is largely about being at an impasse in terms of like a romantic connection, because of fear that the fear of this 50% chance that something is not going to work out. And I feel like that's why there's a need to just sort of embody this energy of knowing that everything has a 50-50 chance of working out. Everything we do in life, it either works or it doesn't. And there's so much freedom in knowing that I'm just going to give my all to this, and I'm going to just enjoy it. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to follow my bliss, and whatever happens, happens. And no matter what, I've still got me, So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helps, and I will see you next time. Bye.